So we have, quite frankly, a lot of Kid Kash drama this month.
I'm excited for some Kid Kash drama.
TNA management was not happy about the quotes Kid Kash made in a recent radio interview. A quote from Kash which said he would gut his way through a broken fibula if he were still working with ECW was printed and posted on the locker room door.
Oh, Jesus.
The quote also included a line about the company catering to AJ Styles and other wrestlers. Kash was not bashful about the comments he made. In fact, he took a seat closest to the door and didn't back down when he was confronted by Styles. When Styles said TNA doesn't cater to him, Kash asked Styles to explain why Dixie Carter paid for some of his clothes and a haircut. Styles was said to be flustered and simply walked away.
Well, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I hate to break it to you, Kid Kash.
You're going to make the exact same point I'm going to make. Go on.
When you're planning to be the face of the company, you get some special treatment. Imagine, if I may, say you're Takashi Iizuka, right?
Right.
2012, this Kazuchika Okada kid comes in. And they're like, oh man, they're giving that guy they're putting a lot of money into him. They're giving him all this new gear, this haircut. Oh my, they're catering to him. Ooh. And it's like, oh yeah, because they plan to make him the focus point of the company.
And also, just in general, when you're a wrestler as good as AJ Styles, I think the company, frankly, should cater to you at all times.
The company should cater to the wrestlers that are going to be the focus points of the entire company.
When there is the man who has been, for the 2+ years of TNA's existence, head and shoulders above pretty much everybody else, I think he has every right to be catered to, frankly.
Yeah, like, and also, you know, we're in a situation where we're a small company where our wrestlers get stolen every 24 seconds. So maybe we try and make AJ like us.
Make it feel like this is his cause and he would like to stay here forever.
So it's their investment. Like, they're investing in their stars. I'm sorry, Kash, that you're not being put on the same level as Styles and Raven. America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, so Kash would prefer to get a release from TNA rather than a pay raise, although he has asked for both in recent weeks. Bob Ryder turned down Kash's request for a release and explained that they had too much invested in him to simply let him go. Kash has been claiming to anyone who will listen the company is paying $1,200 a week to Styles, Raven, Harris, and Storm, yet won't budge on his $500 a week payoff.
It's AJ Styles.
It's AJ Styles, especially AJ. It's AJ Styles.
I mean, listen, do I think that Kash has probably earned a bump? Yeah. But, like, you're not AJ Styles, Raven, Chris Harris, or James Storm. By the way, those 4 people, the other people we have given Wrestler of the Year to, or Tag Team of the Year to.
Yeah.
So
they have pretty much carried the backbone of all of the good things that have happened in this company for the last 2 years.
See, he's not complaining about what Jeff's getting paid.
And, like, to be fair, Kid Kash has been very good in his own right. Not burying Kid Kash.
Again, I do think they should give him a pay bump.
Maybe $700 a month? I don't know.
Something.
Or a week even.
Because he's also, like, you know, very good and has been a major part of the show since he came in. But, like, there's a way to go about it. And I guess, you know, if you're frustrated because they're not going about it after you've done it in the proper channels, I'm sure there is frustration there. But, like, don't do this. This is unprofessional.
A number of wrestlers received raises when the company rolled over their contracts on June 16th. The company had to give the wrestlers 60 days notice that they were going to pick up their option for a second year. As reported last week, Kid Kash is one of the wrestlers who did not receive a raise and has been griping about it ever since. Jimmy Hart, who is known for being as diplomatic as anyone in the business, even had his fill of Kash's complaining. Observers say Hart listened to Kash's gripe for several minutes about being underutilized and underpaid. Hart even concurred with Kash and then sarcastically suggested that he quit and not make any money. Hart also reminded Kash that his weekly payday doubled recently because of the addition of the Impact tapings.
Does that like mean he gets paid $1,000 a week regardless of if he's booked on the second set of tapings?
No, I'd imagine it's per match rather than per like week. So if he wrestles, he gets paid.
Then if I'm Kash, I'm like, well, then make sure I'm booked on every taping. I think that Kash does have a gripe here, and I'm sure it's frustrating that it doesn't feel like there's any way to ensure that you're going to get what you want. But I don't think tearing down your fellow wrestlers in the locker room is the way to go about it.
Well, Liam, you'll be pleased to know they turned it into a work shoot. So,
well, we did see a bit of that towards on the show with Jeff.
June 25th, Impact has a 6-man tag. It's Amazing Red, Skipper, and Chris Sabin against Nasawa, Miyamoto, and Kazarian. It's one of those matches that was pretty good, pretty enjoyable, good wrestlers.
Really pushing Nosawa and Miyamoto around their tag title match.
This is where Nosawa learned everything about politicking from Vince Russo. And 4 Dragon Gate fans have put up with it to this very day.
I don't want to talk about it.
Nosawa had the pin on red after a Michinoku driver pulled him up. Skipper pinned Nosawa with the play of the day.
Well, don't you look a fool, Nosawa?
So Styles was again meant to face Kid Kash on the June 30th pay-per-view, finally getting that match, but...
Well, should we include the AJ tag?
Oh yeah, Styles and D'Lo faced Dallas and Abyss in the main event of that episode. I guess that really fits nowhere else.
Yeah, because I think it was meant to be a continuation of the Cash AJ stuff, but Cash is out, so Abyss is in.
Yeah, so Styles caught Dallas with a roll-up. Monty brawled with D'Lo after because they're feuding. Cash and Dallas attacked Styles before Cash dropped Styles with the Moneymaker, and then the heels killed the babyfaces as the show went off the air. Mm-hmm. Good little match.
Yeah, I thought it was alright.
When you put 4 good wrestlers in there and Styles and D'Lo have good chemistry, good, fun stuff. Thumbs up.
I think that match definitely would have been better if Cash was in there instead of Abyss, just because they have had experience teaming up and it could have been more of a straight tag, but it's still pretty alright.
So Styles, as mentioned, was meant to face Cash on the last show of the month. Cash, they said, has been...
But Matt Hardy showed up. Cold-blooded.
They said that Cash has been suspended, but they didn't say what for. Scott Hudson asks Vince Russo later in the show what he was suspended for, and again he says, no, we can't tell you.
Which I think is such a cop-out. Nope, not gonna say.
So Cash left the Nashville Fairgrounds shortly after meeting with TNA management prior to the June 30th pay-per-view. His bio has been removed from the TNA website, and the wrestlers contacted are split as to whether that's a sign that he has been granted his release or if management is turning the tension into a worth-shoot storyline. It's the latter. One wrestler says Cash did earn some points with some of the wrestlers, though, when he pointed out that AJ Styles is treated as the golden child by management for good reason.
Yeah, but that's something I don't fucking understand.
Well, you see, they're not the golden child, Liam. It's them that's not being considered for this position. It's AJ, so it's AJ getting preferential treatment. That has nothing to do with the degree to which he is talented. It's just unfair.
But it's also, value for their money. This is the guy, my head hurts. I mean, I get it. It's an ego business, but...
They're just jealous of his spot. And jealous that he's better than them. So,
yeah.
You can see he gets preferential treatment, says one TNA wrestler. I can't blame them. He's a top guy who's been here from the start, but it's definitely true what Cash said. He's a bit of a hero for having the balls to say it, but it won't get him anywhere. These people are stupid.
I mean, I like that wrestler even admits that he knows why. He's yeah, he's been here from the start, and he over-delivers in everything he's given, and he's a top guy. But, it's still bullshit.
So as it turns out, this Cash stuff is probably a work turned into a shoot. It probably started as real, as Dave doesn't think his interview where he complained was a setup, but then somewhere they're let's turn it into a work, and then they work the locker room, work the boys, they announce the suspension of the website thing. Except he's not gone, they're trying to do a Pillman thing.
Okay.
So he'll come back probably sometime next month and they'll do the he doesn't work here.
Okay.
So AJ was meant to face Cash. Instead, he ends up defending the match in a 6-way. We had a sit-down X Division interview before that where Scott Hudson had...
So this is where we should have picked up on it because they're doing the Kid Kash shit.
Yeah. So Hudson has the entire X Division. Daniel says that AJ deserves to be champ and that they all want what he's done. Then Michael Shane kind of snickers and gets into it with Daniels. And then Shane and Kazarian thing is AJ doesn't belong in the X Division anymore.
Because he's killing us.
Because he's a much bigger star than us and we have bigger matches and better matches because he's here with us. Wait, no.
Yep.
Main event of that show, 6-way X Division title match. AJ Styles retained the belt against Michael Shane, Frankie Kazarian, Chris Sabin, Amazing Red, and Neelix Skipper.
I thought this was fun. I really liked the last 5 minutes where it went balls to the walls and everyone was just hitting stuff out of nowhere.
Yeah, because there was a really long heat segment on AJ in the middle.
But I liked it because I liked the story of this is the guys who resent AJ for his position beating the shit out of him.
But then, yeah, as you said, once they kicked things into gear and just went all out, they did just go all out. It was just Styles, Red, Shane, Kazarian, Skipper just doing stuff and Sabin having a cool match.
Yeah, I like this match.
There's an especially cool spot where Styles had somebody in the Styles Clash and then Frankie wave of the future Styles, which also included him hitting the Styles Clash. It's pretty cool.
We also had a really cool spot where Red went for the runner on the top. AJ caught him into the Styles Clash.
Yeah, which was the finish. Then he hit the Styles Clash to win, retain the belt. AJ's still your champion. But the story going forward is that Michael Shane and Frankie Kazarian are perhaps an alliance to take down AJ.
I'm very excited for. I was thinking at the start of this month, we have to surely be getting to the Frankie and Michael Shane stuff.
Because Shane has been kind of rudderless without the franchise stuff. And finally...
So was Frankie, to be honest. He just had like a bad match with AJ and then a good TV match, and he was just back in multi-man.
Yeah, it was very much the case that's, all right, AJ's the guy now, so we're putting the belt on him and you're just an afterthought. But now they have promo time, they have characters, they're feuding with AJ.
Mm-hmm.